Good morning guys, it's Jenny here from Just Tip Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a share of a Alice in Wonderland themed journal which has been ordered and finally finished. I've had a few issues going through making this which I will go through with you as we do the flip through. But first and foremost, I'd like to say a quick hello to some new subscribers since my last video. I think we have joining us on our journey. Welcome to Dolly Dubard, Tamosa and Molly Tucker. Thank you for joining us on our journey and welcome aboard. So yes, this has been a custom order I've been working on for a while for Carissa, who's been very patient with me. She loves all things Alice in Wonderland, and so I've had a book, book cover. It was in my shop for a while actually, and she liked that, so we decided to keep the book cover and repurpose the book for her. So this is 3 signatures I popped in, and mostly handmade ephemera and bits and bobs. I might actually add some more bits, to be honest, before I send it out to her. I think some sort of pretty paper journaling spots, but I've done sort of cards and bits and pieces. I actually first and foremost did I actually popped some ribbon through here, through the back and front, when I first popped the book together, and worked with it for a while but really didn't like it. So my first issue was taking all that to bits, taking the ribbons out, because I'd sewn 2 or 3 together, and took the ribbons out, and I decided to replace it with this scarf, which may look a bit over the top, but I actually love the colours in this. I was going to cut it down, but I thought, do you know what? A lot of the imagery in Alice in Wonderland are really quite exaggerated. So I've kept it as it is. Carissa, if you want to cut it down or use a scarf yourself, maybe just use a little dainty bit of ribbon or something, please feel free to do so. So let's get into it. 3 signatures. As you can see, I've covered the back and the spine with fabric. I love this fabric and the lace. Just to say that the fabric and lace aren't vintage, they're contemporary materials, but I just love the way they looked. And so I've covered the spine with fabric and lace as well, and then covered the edges. So the front edge has got the fabric on the edge, and then I've just put sort of the lace on the back. All right guys, so the dangle. I know a lot of you, when I pop this picture on Instagram, really love the dangle. I find it difficult to show. So this is a vintage, well, I don't know how vintage it is. It's from a charity shop. It looks quite old, but I'm not sure on how vintage it is. So let's say it's pre-loved. But I don't know if you can see all the beautiful colours of the beads, which I think looks so nice with the colours in the cover. And I had some sari silk in my stash that I just liked the colour of, and I've just popped that all together. And I popped a little key, just a little key there, and the little stopwatch on the back. It is removable should you want it, but it's not a really obtrusive one, so you can leave it in. I think it won't be a big problem to use. Right, okay, let's get into it. So I started off with just a couple of pockets, so a pocket here and a pocket there, and I've popped in this a few of these little, they were thank you cards that I found in a charity shop, but I just loved them, and I put the playing card on, and I found some Alice in Wonderland themed postage stamps in one of the charity shops, and there's enough for 1 in here and 1 each in the mini journals that I'm doing. So this opens up, and it's just plain, opens up for journaling. And I should pop that, do you know what, I'll pop that in and on. Playing card in here, and then I've done I just cut down some of this beautiful cardstock, and one of the things that I managed to pick up, I don't know if you can see very closely, there's just some stickers, and they're all Alice in Wonderland themed stamps, but they are stickers, and I've just popped them throughout the journal. But I just love the way that looks. So I've got that in there, and this is basically a little bit of paper that I found, scrapbook paper, onto some cardstock, and then I popped on little faint stamps of the stopwatch. I just thought I kind of ghosted them in there because I thought that looked nice. Okay, so that's the beginning of the first signature. It's taken me a while because I had a few issues. And I have been trying to make lots of the ephemera to go in it rather than just printing things out. So there's quite a lot. So these are little banners. They're made from book pages from the book, and I've just popped these little bits underneath. There's that one, and this one. I will be decorating some for the mini journals, and I'll probably turn on the camera for that. This is quotes from the book, and I've just popped it onto a tea-dyed postcard, and just I love the images. I've tried to use bits and pieces all the way through. So as you can see, I've popped in some of the original book pages as well as we go through. I think Carissa would love those. They're a lovely weight. Greetings card. It's a bit bright, isn't it? I don't know. What would be a good idea? It says forget me not. It's got little glitters on it. I just love that. I was going to film in the garden, but I thought it'd be too bright, but it is actually quite bright too. So bits of washi all the way through. And I had thought of actually just making a pocket with this, but in the end I actually liked it like that. I just liked it like that, so I haven't made a pocket with it. Original book page again, popped in. I think they're just such fun. Such fun. Tea-dyed pages as well, book page with the illustrations, writing space, journaling space, a bit of music paper, decorated letter paper. It was from a writing set, and I've got the envelopes to match, but I just thought that looked nice, and I tea-dyed it. This is from a stamp collector's book, and I've just collaged some papers on there. If you can see the little, can you see the little sticker stamp there of that postage stamp? Okay. Lots of washi. I did want to remember to leave some journaling space. A little bit of collage there, but Daphne's diary, I think, and a little bit of fabric, and another one of those little mini stamps. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. Really pleased with those. And I've just popped this little journaling card in. I've used the twirly, what's the word, paper clips all the way through this one. I thought they were quite nice. So this is just a little bit of journaling paper. Just a little bit of journaling paper. I've not tea-dyed. I've just inked the edges and inked and rounded the edges and folded them over. And pop them in. Okay. This is from, I can't remember. I had this in my stash. I just loved the look of that paper, so I popped it in. This was from part of a vintage ephemera box from Rosie, our atelier, and I've saved it because I just love it. Piece of cardstock which I've doubled up, made into little double pockets, and just pop these little things in them. If you can see that, pop those little things in. Not a bit fiddly to take in and out, so I might I'll take them out to show you, and I'll have to reassemble. I'm going to have to reassemble as we go. I got a little bit of stamping there, sort of teapots and little tea bags and things, and I've tried to do different stamps in each signature. So that's a little bit of journaling paper, which I think looks beautiful. A little bit from my vintage china, pottery and china book. It's like a reference book, but I just love the images. Just the stopwatch stamping there, as you can see. This is still the first signature, and I just popped this little, it's from a recipe book type folder thing, and I popped that in the middle of the first signature, and I have just pop these little teapots on the end of the ties there. I stapled in the fabric tab on that one with a key on the bulb pin, if you can see that. Okay, sometimes I hope it's not too bright now. Bit of washi, and I have a dictionary from 1932 which I popped in randomly, but I did find a little excerct about Lewis Carroll in this one, so I popped that in this particular. It's all about him, and bits and pieces. I'll pop that in. I thought that'd be quite natty to have in there. Okay, the other side of the pockets, just pop these in, and that's just for journaling on, or for popping a picture on, or whatever. Okay, bit of stamping. And this is another side of a Royal Horticultural Diary page. Put some of that in there. So I like this, the thought of a selection of papers for journaling, as well as the little cards and the original, also the tarts. That's lovely. I just love this. This is the image you see all over the place, but I thought having it from the book would be lovely. I'm just going to go in there, so I'm not sewing that in. Did not realise I hadn't sewn that in. I shall probably pop that in a pocket, because I just love it. I think it's fun. And that's the other side of that one. One I was going to make into a pocket, but didn't. I thought that looked like a Victoria sponge, and I thought I'd leave that there because it looked quite nice on the tea party kind of theme. On the other side of that greetings card, I've just collaged some paper, and I popped in a little on a what's the word? Vintage postage stamp. It's not Alice in Wonderland themed, but I really liked it anyway. This is the Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. I just love the image and the colours of it. And as you can see, a little bit more of the original book pages. And then, oh yes, I popped this pocket on the back. It's got a little flap, and then I made, from book page, I made this little envelope. Just pop this envelope together and popped a card in. But you can just, you can have it sort of, pin it wherever you like really. Pop anything you like in it. If you can see, I've left it quite plain, only because I was going to add lace and all sorts of things, but as you can see, when I first popped this together, I was really pleased. 3 signatures, and there was lots of room. I could go like that with the book, and there was lots of room, and it didn't take long before it started to chunky up, to be fair. So I've left it plain, but you can always decorate it if you like, Carissa. Put some more bits and pieces on it. Second page, signature, sort of lace with this beautiful cardstock, floral cardstock. And I need to pop something in there, which I hadn't, but there's a little card to go in there. Vintage botanical paper from my Royal Horticultural Diary. Original book paper. Another of the collaged, and if you can see that, with the greetings card. What am I talking about? Postage stamp. there on paper and just collaged. I missed this too. I shall clip that in. I shall clip that in. If you can see, I've done the little stamp there of the afternoon tea tiered tray. I did have a bit of a mare with this. Yeah, I had a bit of a mare. So it hasn't gone out as quickly as I had thought. So I don't know if you can see this beautiful page from my wildflowers. Or was it my garden flowers book? I can't remember. Just a little postage stamp there. A random one. I just thought the colours went nicely. Little collage with sort of washi and fabric. And I don't know if you can see the stamp on this one. I don't know if you can see what the design is on that sticker. There you go. It's another of the dictionary pages. I think it looks lovely. Just add a little something. Teapot stamp, which I love, like a vintage themed butterfly washi, which I've popped in through this, throughout this signature. Right, I'm going to have to, you're going to get on my nerves. A little bit of Edith Holden. And I've managed, yes, this is a fun little stamp I have. It's like a splat of tea, but it's got time for tea written in it. So I thought that's pretty in this one. That's pretty. And original book page. And I've done like a 3-tier pocket here. It's got a little, just a bulb pin, little glass bead on. If you can see that in that gorgeous amethysty. Or is it like a heathery colour really? And I've just popped these in. So I pop that in, and if you can see how that's layered, I just love the way that turned out. Another couple of these lovely little things I've made into postcards. I haven't covered the back because they're really pretty, but you can journal on them should you wish. If you can see the stamp on that one, and the stamp on that one. And I've just step in there, and this one is a lovely picture. Someone I think said it was a Renoir, was it? I'm not sure. Is it? I'm not sure if you can see it, but I just thought this looked like it could be Alice just at play on the piano with one of her little friends. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sorry about this glare. So I popped it in on the like collaged it onto here. This beautiful book, what's the word, scrapbook paper, and then I've popped little little things on the dangle there. But it's an absolutely beautiful, if I can get it this way maybe. I love it, I love it. So that's the centre signature of the second one. There's a picture on the back that I didn't dare cover. Keep painting on the back, so I've left it kind of loose, and then I've just popped that over there like so. This is from Through the Looking Glass, this page, because it was a double book, so it had both stories in. Washi, washi, washi. I did some teapot stamping on the Edith Holden. The splats of tea. Teapot stamp. What was this? This was a little bit of an no, that's still, I thought it was an embroidery page. That's still from the Vintage Dictionary. Is pinned in on the side, this one. Again, this is a card, it opens up, but I've actually layered it with fabric and lace and the plain card. I just think it looks like, I just love how all that looks together. I really do. Really pleased with that. So you can open it and journal. Some tea splats, I think they're just fun. I don't visit my stamps enough actually, and I think I'm going to be doing some plainer journals in the next few weeks, but I will really be making use of my stamp because I've got quite a few lovely ones. And I need to pop something in here as well. But again, just love the way that those laces layer with the this is the third signature, and this is the inside of greetings card, which I absolutely love, and this is from a little post-it set that my daughter has in her stash, and I thought it looked really nice there. A little bit of stamping, blossom and leaves. I thought I'd try that stamping in this signature, and this is another of a third of those flip out cards, which I've just popped in on the clip. A little bit of that paper, which I love, and I just popped it out. I actually stuck it down on there like so. This is from the Vintage Stamp Collecting book. I've left those on there. What people were collecting. For botanical. If you can see, I've just done a bit of stamping on here as well. I just love the way that looked. I tried to do a little bit of stamping, but not too much, but actually use a selection. So I made a point of trying to have a different set of stamps for each signature. So that's the key. And key, a bit of graph paper, a little bit of just scrapbook paper that I found, and I've just popped it, just clipped it on really. Just clipped it on. And Carissa may like to add. There were some of her favourite scriptures that she gave me, and I was wanting to incorporate them in some way into the this book, but it got getting so chunky and I wasn't sure where she'd want them placed, so I popped the extra journaling pages in, so that are themed, Carissa, so that you can actually write your scriptures down and place them where you wish. I think that's probably the best option. Another little stamp here that I haven't used very often, and I thought it looked nice on a dictionary page. This is from a different, this is a set of stamps. I thought I looked nice there with the Daphne's Diary little snippet and the collage onto the paper, with the paper. Another collage, little teapots, and these are coffee pots, I think, coffee pots from my little book. And the collage. And there we have another of those lovely blossom and leaf stamps, and I've just popped this on. I've just bulb pinned, put that on the that will dangle, and that was I think an extra from the dangle on the back. I like that. A long tail, beautiful page. I thought that it would just have to be included. I'll get to 25 minutes, guys. You know how my phone hates doing that. It hates anything over 15, to be honest. So I liked the way that looked on the blue page. So that's another journaling, plain journaling page. Tea set, tea dyed, from a recipe book folder, and I just left that because I thought it was really nice, and it was quite nice in theme with the tea party type theme. And on the back we have just a little pocket there, and I've popped that on the back. And this has a double pocket, so this is actually sewn in. You have your little card here, and I might pop an extra couple of bits. There you go. So there we have it. That's Carissa's Alice in Wonderland themed diary journal. She's been very patient. It's taken me a while. I had a problem. I thought it was all done, and then the lace on here started to lift. I noticed that over the last couple of days, so I've had to take it to bits again and add some more fabric and then pop it down again, and it's a lot more secure now. So it just meant I wanted to post it out yesterday. It didn't get posted out yesterday. I wanted just to check after I'd glued that down that it was holding, and it is. So Carissa, this should go out for you on Monday. Hope you like it. Hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Just to say that I'm now just finishing off the ephemera and the dangles on these 2 mini ones, and I should have these. I'll probably turn the camera on actually when I'm working in these in the next couple of days, and they should be available by the beginning of next week. So take care, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this flip through. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.